check out the smoked red habanero hot sauce. This is smoky, spicy, sweet, savory, delicious on so many things. It's easy to make. Come along for the ride. Hey, now, I love my hot sauces, and I've been having a lot of fun lately playing around with red habaneros, which are like super hot and kind of fun to play around with, trying to make hot sauces that aren't just going to blow you apart, but will provide a lot of flavor. Now, today I'm going to be making a smoked red habanero sauce. I think it's going to be fantastic. Come along for the ride. I'm going to be going very pepper heavy in this hot sauce, and I'm starting off here with just an array of bell peppers. I've got, these are all, sort of decent sized peppers. I've got 3 orange, 3 yellow, as well as 1 red, and they all total right around 3.5 pounds of these peppers. I'm setting them aside because they are going to be going onto the smoker here shortly. As well, I've also rinsed off 3.5 ounces of these red habaneros. These are just little delicate bombs of heat. So let's get those in there. I have 4 ounces of garlic here. This is peeled garlic. I just cut the little root tips off. I'm going to be putting them onto this little foil pan here because this is also going to be going into the smoker just to get a little bit of smoke into those. And then to round everything out here, I've got 1 medium small-ish sized yellow onion. I'm just going to give that a really rough chop, add it to the same pan, and that will also be hitting the smoker here right away. I have my Pit Boss 700 FB fired up here. I've got cherry wood in it, and I'm heading up towards the 450 degrees that I want for this part of the process. Now I'm just going to take my garlic and onions, kind of tuck it here up on the top rack. You can see I've got some other veg in here. That is for another hot sauce that I'm making. It's my smoked garlic red habanero hot sauce. I'm just going to take these peppers and I guess try to get the skinnier ones underneath that rack there. And the purpose here is to get some smoke into these peppers as well as to get just a little bit of char going on. It's going to add just some nice depth of flavor to our hot sauce. And we'll get these habaneros on here as well. There we go. So I've just been checking on these every 5 minutes here. A bunch of them are getting done. I already have these habaneros done. You can see some of them got really nice and blackened up. That's awesome. So I'm going to pull them all as they finish up. The garlic and onions are looking perfect, so I'm going to take them off. Fresh off the smoker here, I've got my peppers and garlic and onion and all that. Now, what I want to do here is I'm really just popping off the stems. I'm not worried about the seeds or anything like that in these bell peppers. Just pulling that off because I don't want to deal with those stems in the long run here. I'm just giving the peppers themselves a little bit of a rough chop, just so they fit in there nicer. And then for the habaneros, I'm really just taking off the very stem. I want to leave all the seeds and everything like that. So I'm going to pop these all in here. And my seasoning, so I have a teaspoon each of black peppercorns, white kosher salt, and then a tablespoon of smoked paprika. And then we'll top up the Instant Pot with 3 cups of 5% acetic acid white vinegar. Let's fire this up. Now I am doing this in my Instant Pot, however, a person could either just continue to cook it on the smoker until everything was really nice and soft. You could also oven bake or roast it. I just like using the Instant Pot here because I find it's a super easy way to ensure that all the vegetables are completely soft and ready to blend. So I'm going to do that here on a 5-minute manual pressure cook. That's obviously more time than those peppers need. However, I want to make sure that the garlic is super soft. So I just let this naturally depressurize once it was done. I could have popped the relief valve, but I was in the middle of some other things here, so I had time to spare. Now that we're out of the Instant Pot here, it is time to blend this hot sauce. So I'm filling up my glass blender here about half full. And then just because this process can be a little bit volatile here with the steamy liquid and the peppers and everything, I like to cover this with a bit of a towel. Just pulse it a few times here. And then we're good to go. So I like to blend that for a couple of minutes at a time just to get it really nice and smooth. And then I'm going to be combining these batches here just in a large stainless steel bowl. So I'm going to add, it looks like probably 2 more batches here through the blender and then get everything nice and combined. So that was in fact 3 batches through that blender. Just going to get this last one into here, get it mixed up and have an initial taste. Let's do a little taste-a-roo here. Okay, so the sauce has like a really nice heat going on with it. I do want to balance that out just a little bit more here. So I am going to use some mango pineapple juice that I've got here. It's this nice thick, really fruity, sweet juice. I'm going with 10 ounces or around 300 mils of that. All right, here we go. That's beautiful. It's got a really nice kind of balance there between the kind of slightly kind of dank fruit, the sweetness of that, and then the smoke and the heat coming out of those habaneros. Perfect. My final step is going to be just adding a half teaspoon here of some MSG. I've been doing that lately with some of my hot sauces, and I find that it does a really good job of helping just balance everything out, rounding out the sauce, giving it just a little bit more umami. I love it. There we go, that's money. I'm going to package most of these up here in these 8-ounce or 250 ml mason jars. I sanitize them with my Star San sanitizer, which I always use in this particular process. Alternatively, a person could just run these through the hot cycle on your dishwasher if you wanted to get them sanitized in that fashion. So I'm just going to fill these up till they're about a ½ inch or so from the top of the jars. This recipe made 10 of these 250 ml or 8-ounce jars here. I'm just getting them into the hot water bath, and we're going to process them in here. I'm going to process this here using my Nova precision cooker. We're going to have it in the hot water bath here at 150 degrees Fahrenheit for a minimum of 2 hours. After 2 hours at 150 degrees Fahrenheit, these hot sauces are pasteurized, so I'm just going to pop them out and let them cool on the counter overnight. Well, here we are, all cooled down, sealed, ready to taste. Also got the cute little labels on there. See, so we have that nice thin consistency to it. That's lovely. Coming right in the door, we've got that nice dank fruit, that ripe fruit, followed swiftly by some of that garlic, the onion, the smoke is carrying through. And it's not an aggressive smoke or acrid or anything like that. It's just a perfect amount of gentle smokiness to it. And of course, we've got those red habaneros going bam and coming in right afterwards, providing a nice solid heat. It's making me salivate here. It's actually really delicious. I'm gonna have some more. And that sweetness is coming through right in the very start. And so that helps just balance everything out. Incredibly delicious. This is gonna be awesome on so many different things, whether we're talking burgers, sausages, eggs, potatoes, cereal, I don't know, anything. I think it's gonna be really good. So give it a whirl. If you do, let me know what you think. And until next time, keep it at 11.